it's Luca here, and I am here to talk about episode 17 of Maji Majo Pures. This week was interesting. I wasn't sure. I didn't really know what I was expecting to get out of this episode, but I was not expecting what I got. So in this episode, it was actually a Momoka-focused episode because it's Momoka's birthday. And the girls kind of throw her a mini party, and Shiori even baked a cake for her, which was super sweet and really cute. But Momoka, she doesn't want to eat it. She wants to wait until tomorrow to eat it because her family is taking her out to a Yakiniku restaurant for her birthday, and she ends up not eating all day so that she can save up for eating at the Yakiniku place, which isn't healthy because she's like, what, 12, 13? She's young, so it's probably not a good idea that she's skipping out on her meals just so she can eat Yakiniku in the evening. Not good. So, yeah, the victim of the week, as you probably would guess, is actually the owner of the Yakiniku restaurant, who, in a very strange sequence of events, when Momoka gets there and she sees what's happening, so, for one, she is very hangry at this moment. She's hungry and angry, she's hangry. And an angry Momoka we have never gotten on this show, so I was actually kind of entertained seeing her so angry. But then after she transforms, the show takes a really weird turn that made me think I was watching the wrong video. I guess what I was kind of expecting was for the monster to attack her and maybe tease her like, oh, you want some food? You want some food? I'm eating it. And eventually she does get tired out, which she does in this episode, but instead of like the normal battle sequence, it for some reason goes into a quiz show, and she's answering questions that relate to, you know, meat and yakiniku and that sort of thing. Interesting direction. Did not see it coming. And honestly, why? I mean, it's funny. It was kind of entertaining to watch, but I mean, why? The victim, the monster, is related to Yakiniku and is, you know, eating all the food for himself. I don't really see how that connects to, you know, starting a quiz thing. Like now, if this was, let me use a quick example. I have not seen all of Miracle Tunes yet, but say if the girls went on a quiz program and the host got turned into a negative jeweler and having them answer difficult questions, or a couple times before in Pretty Cure, they would have a monster of the week that was making them answer difficult questions, something like that. In that context would make sense, but this guy is a Yakiniku restaurant owner and a chef, so what does that have to do with anything? It just felt completely random to me. But then again, one really funny part was Momoka, she tried to use the Homono Garnet to use, this is actually pretty clever, there were posters of Yakiniku in the restaurant, so she uses that magic to bring the meat out so that she can eat it, but in the process she also summoned a pro wrestler from a pro wrestling poster. That was actually pretty funny, and seeing him actually choke the manager because he's like, give me more meat, give me more meat. Like, he was aggressive. Like, that was, I feel sorry for the old man, but it was still kind of funny for some reason. Like, it just felt very random this time, honestly. It's just very, very random. But, you know, we go through the motions, and the guy is purified, and Momoka does get to have her meet and eat it too, and it looks yummy. The yakiniku throughout this entire episode looks super yummy. But then there's also one of the Jama Jama Dan members, Damenozo. Actually, earlier in the episode, he was singing a song about yakiniku, and it's the most hilarious thing, because, as I've said before, these people have way too much fun with their jobs. But he is actually at the yakiniku restaurant because he was watching everything that was going down, and then he hears Masahiko over in the restaurant, and he's happy, he's smiling. The waitresses are actually feeding him yakiniku, which is like, that's just funny. But he notices, and he starts to get the telltale that that's Jamahiko. So this is gonna be interesting going forward. I'm still on. It's still pretty obvious that yes, Masahiko and Jamahiko have some sort of connection. But I'm starting to wonder, like, for them being the same person, I'm also trying to wonder what other conclusions they could come to. Because, like, for the two of them being the same person, like, figuratively, it feels a bit too easy, especially because the way they act are, like, so different from each other. It's like, it almost, I get it. That's the point, the villain acting all good, but it's like, that's too good acting. And plus, if you also think about it, with Jamahiko's hair, it's kind of spiked up like this. I can't do it, but it's like, so yeah, like, I feel like there is something going on, and I'm still thinking there's something to do with that book that he has, because I saw him holding the book again. So there has to be something about this book. And not only that, but there was a scene earlier where he was in right before we cut to Jamahiko with the Jamadan. So it's like, it's weird. I'm starting to get ideas. My top theory is still that they are the same person, and Jamahiko is just pretending to be Masahiko. But it's like, maybe there are other possibilities. Maybe there is going to be some bigger twist to this. Like, maybe it's a split personality situation. Maybe Masahiko is being possessed by this other thing, but then again, that would be weird considering that the former Jamadan-shaku recognized Jamahiko as his son. So, I think it's clear that Jamahiko is a real person, and maybe Masahiko is the fake one. Or, heck, maybe they're brothers. Maybe they're two completely different people and they just look similar because they are brothers. I don't know. I honestly don't know. They could take this any way. I feel like it would be satisfying however they execute it, but yeah, overall, very interesting episode this week. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it right there. Looking forward to next week, wherever they're gonna take this now. So yeah, just leave a comment on what you thought of the video, what you thought of this week's episode if you saw it. Like, subscribe to the channel, check me out over at No AKB No Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!